Simplified Chaos, episode 160.
Life is beautiful and full of chaos.
And it can get slightly out of hand if that shit's not tamed.
We're here to share how to simplify the little things to help you lead a more intentional life.
This is Simplified Chaos.
Hey everybody, welcome to Simplified Chaos. This is Jillian and I'm with my co-host, partner, husband, ruggedly handsome friend, Nicholas.
What's going on, folks? Thank you for the warm introduction there, Jilly.
It was nice and cozy, wasn't it?
It was. Felt good. We've got another great episode here for you all this week. This is the first episode of our Against the Grain series. We're really excited about that. Jilly, what are we diving into, or what are we going against the grain on this week?
This week, we're chatting about celebrations.
Yes, we do celebrations a little bit differently. We go against the grain, which is why we're talking about this. Yeah. So we'll leave it at that. But before we get into today's episode, we'd love to show a little gratitude. So, Jilly, I say gratitude very weird there. What are you grateful for this week?
I am grateful for my dear friend, Veronique, my new friend in Charlottesville. I guess I don't know when I'm going to stop saying new friend because we've been friends for a while now.
Almost a year.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Maybe.
So maybe I'll stop saying new in the month of June.
Everything still feels fresh down here.
It really does. But yeah, we connected and we're going to be sharing an episode with her very, very soon too. So you're going to hear all about
already
her story.
Recorded.
Yeah.
We're saving it for a rainy day or a time that we can't record an episode.
Yeah. When chaos arrives.
That's right.
But meeting her has opened so many doors as well as filled my cup tremendously with just friendship and motherhood stories. It's just been amazing to have her to do girls' nights, and she's actually bestowed or shared a really awesome passion with me. So she is a private photo editor, and she was sharing with me how much she loves it. You know, she can make her own hours. She has flexibility. And she offered to teach me if I was interested because she was like, I need more help. I want better life, work, play balance. And I was like, I think that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've really chatted about it on here.
I don't think you have.
No. So this is the first time that, I guess officially, I am like a co-private editor. I am helping her out. And I actually did my first, I guess, partial album or catalog, they're called.
Yeah.
And she does primarily weddings and helps a lot of other mother photographers who want better work-life balance as well. And they don't have all the time in the world to edit their photos. So they outsource her. And I'm just so grateful that she's taught me and she's given me a lot of great feedback and the time and energy she's kind of taken to kind of help me grow and learn this trade as well. And it's been really, really fun. That's the best part. It's been this really cool experiment and it's been a lot of fun and I'm learning a lot, and hopefully I didn't completely suck doing my first catalog for a paid client, for a paying client. So I'm just excited to learn and grow and evolve into all these new things that I'm diving into.
Yeah.
My identity's really changing and it's really fun to just do something different.
That's awesome. Well, you are a creative person, and this really aligns with that creative side of you. So I'm excited to see where it goes.
Thank you. Thanks for supporting me, Bill.
Anytime. As you drink water.
What about you? Let's do some gratitude.
All right. I'm just grateful for the community pool that we have. We've been there. It was a hot weekend. We've been there 3 times. It's Memorial Day weekend as we're recording this, so we went Saturday, Sunday, and today. But it's just really nice, not just being down there and just because there's a pool, but just because there are people who gather down there, and it's an opportunity to chat with neighbors. It's an opportunity for Lucille to play with different kids from the neighborhood and get to know them a little bit better. So yeah, no, it's just been really awesome to spend some time down there and just cool off on these hot days and whatnot, but more importantly, just get to know these people better, and they're our neighbors, so we'll be seeing them all the time. So yeah, I never thought that would be an important piece or anything like that, but just so happens it's there. And I think a lot of people complain about the size of the pool in our neighborhood, and it isn't huge for the community our size, but it does what it needs to do for us. And so we're really happy with it, and we're just happy that we have the opportunity to go down there and hang out there whenever we want.
Brings me a lot of wet joy.
Yes.
That sounds disgusting.
We're going through a lot of towels, a lot of bathing suits. Yes.
You didn't even hear what I said.
Oh, I heard wet joy. I heard it. I wasn't going to go there, but...
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay. But
All
yeah,
right.
I love our community pool. It's awesome. We came from having no pool to having access to a pool, and I am ecstatic.
Hell yeah. All right, Jilly. We're talking celebrations today and how we go against the grain on those.
Celebrate. We do it differently.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. Pumped on water.
Did you have that pre-planned, or was that spontaneous? Were you gonna celebrate at some
I don't break
point?
into song planning it, Nick. My mind doesn't think that way.
Never
It
know.
thinks spontaneously. The only thing I do plan is just specific notes on things I want to cover in podcasts. The rest is we're ebbing and flowing together.
Yeah, that's right. I got some notes too.
Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what sparked this topic is the fact that we went to a kid birthday party last weekend.
Yes.
And Nick and I were just saying how much we really don't want to plan any kid parties for the future and for now and for as long as we feel this way. And it's not that we're like anti-party. We just celebrate differently. And I'm going to speak for both of us. I don't think either of us find joy in the process of planning a large gathering. We both enjoy eating good food. We both enjoy good people. We both enjoy great experiences and conversation. But the art and process of planning a big party and what it entails, usually it entails lots and lots of gifts. Even if you say, please don't bring a gift, people feel obligated and think it's a kid's birthday party. I have to bring a toy or a gift. So we just like to dodge all of those bullets of things we don't really enjoy. And that's okay. I know everyone has a different feeling on this topic, and we enjoy going to parties. We enjoy the process of being the guests there, but as far as being the planners of these extravagant birthday parties, it's just not our jam. And we just want to share that because there could be other people who may feel the same, and we're just here to say that it's okay. I don't know. What do you feel?
Yeah, no, I feel like right now that Lucille's at an age where it's not something, we haven't made it a high priority. And it's not to say that we will never throw her a birthday party. And we do our celebrations in our own little way. Like, we try to have more intimate gatherings. So, like, for example, your mom and sister came down this past weekend. And even though her birthday's about a week away, it's a week from tomorrow, I think, that we had a nice little celebration. We had some cupcakes that you made with some icing, and they brought a couple of small gifts down for her, but like, that was a nice intimate celebration. When my folks come down later this month, we'll kind of do the same thing. But it's like, having one day to gather all, a whole bunch of people, and for us it's a little bit different because we have a lot of people back in Maryland and stuff like that, so we are 3 hours from there. But like, we like having these more intimate kind of things where, Lucille can hang out with her cousins or hang out with my parents or whomever. So like, I like these little small kind of things without the, the big hoopla. But I would say that, for us, it's never that we're never going to do that. But like, if Lucille were to come to us one day and be like, hey, I want a party, and just we'd be like, okay, maybe, let's talk this out. But, we'll have that conversation with her when that comes. We don't want to like instigate it at all.
No, and
it has to come organically.
I'm definitely not anti-party by any means, but I think when Lucille's the age where she can actually help
yes
in the process,
yeah,
and see if she enjoys the process. I don't enjoy it at all. I'm feeling better and better about saying that out loud. Like, I don't enjoy planning big parties. It's just not for me. I enjoy picking out delicious food. I enjoy going there and eating it. I enjoy good people. I just don't enjoy all of the things that go into it, decorations, it's just not for me. And I think when Lucille gets the age where she's like, Mom, you know what? I really want a party. And I'd be like, awesome. Let's do this together. I'm going to be here to show you like what are some components of parties. We have to make a guest list. You have to think about the venue,
Budget.
the budget. Like, I think there's so many things that go into it that for me, it's really overwhelming. And that's why, and it's okay. Like, I can see joy in Lucille's eyes without having a giant party. And when we have these little micro gatherings of just like a few people or a few friends, I find I'm way more at ease, and I can see Lucille's more at ease versus like having overwhelm of like all of the people, all of the things.
Right.
It's just a lot at one time. And I think we're kind of like celebration. I don't know. We celebrate scattered. Like, it's spontaneous. It's frequent. It's like we spread celebration across the whole year. So like, for her birthday, my sister was like, what are you doing for Lucille's birthday? I'm like, pretty sure we're going to be celebrating Lucille's birthday the whole month. And it's kind of like we do. It's like,
Yeah.
we're going to have friends visiting different times. So it's like this weekend we did a little thing with like cupcakes and cream cheese icing, and we had some candles. And then we're having some other friends visit next weekend, and we're probably like, hey, let's go for a splash park and celebrate your birthday that way. Like, I like having multiple ways to do these really fun activities and try new things, but in small bits versus like one big gigantic thing. That makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah. And this is kind of how we've been celebrating just any kind of big occasions, almost since we started dating
Yeah.
10 years ago. I think, our first Christmas together and maybe our first birthdays, like, we felt, obligated to do that. And I think we had a discussion basically after the first year of all that stuff, the Christmas and the birthdays, we were like, are we cool with just not doing anything, for these kinds of things? So like, this is kind of what's, set the foundation. So like, anniversaries, holidays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, our birthdays, like I said, we really just, we try to live in the moment during the day, for, special occasions like anniversary, we may plan a trip or something like that,
it's a good excuse to plan a trip.
But like, it's not like, us doing the anniversaries where it's like I don't even know what the different years are, so many different things,
like
and like
metal,
just trying to
gold,
like
I don't know.
go through the stress of trying to figure out something to buy you that you may or may not like or need or want. It's just like, we can be spending our money on going somewhere. So like, that's all part of like the equation of how we've been thinking about celebrations, and it's kind of translated into how we want to celebrate certain things with Lucille. And so that's where, we've come around and we've like, okay, hey, let's Gammy and your, Dee Dee come down, this weekend. Next weekend, you'll have a friend coming down. We can celebrate that way. We're going to the beach, the following week with other parts of the family. So, we'll be able to celebrate with them. My folks are coming down later this year or later this month. So, we'll be able to celebrate with them. We'll see my brother and sister-in-law probably pretty soon as well. So, like, all these opportunities for us to just kind of like have these, like you said, micro celebrations rather than going through all the stress and, spending a lot of money on just, a party that right now she's just not going to remember. But more importantly, she gets to see our values in the way that we celebrate things. And maybe that'll be something that wears off on her.
Yeah. And I think, and I posted about this, I'm all about like, fuck waiting for holidays. Like, stop waiting to celebrate. Like, celebrate as often as you want. Whenever you crave it, like, do it. And that's kind of the way we live, however cheesy that sounds. It's like we don't put a huge emphasis on holidays or birthdays or specific occasions. I think it's a good reason to do more of what we value. So I think the way we celebrate correlates very closely with what we value, which is experiences, adventures, travel, time with family, good people, good food. So it definitely marries well to what we value, which makes sense to me. Like, I think the hardest part about changing the way we celebrate is just going against mainstream. And I think sometimes we think people are judging us and they're probably like, I don't know, looking at us like, those are, they're not good parents. They don't do A, B, and C. But I really think nobody's judging us. I think it's our own headspace that
Sure.
creates those narratives. So we're just here to clear the air. Like, fuck what everyone else is doing. Do you celebrate the way you want? What makes you feel at ease? What brings you joy? And
Yeah.
I think just stop thinking that there's these expectations that you have to live up to, because the only expectations you have are the ones you set for yourself, not for the people that are around you. Like, no one creates the life you want for you. It's you get to make those choices. And I think we said this in the previous episode. I think sometimes people are maybe afraiding words are hard.
Yeah.
They may be fearful of doing what they really want because they may have fear that people are judging them or they're going to think they're a certain way. I hope that if you do hear this and you are one of those people, that maybe you have a little bit more permission to like let go of that fear or that judgment just to do you. And I'm telling you, like, doing this, man, for like 5+ years now, we are so much happier choosing the way we want to do things, and that includes celebrations for sure.
Yeah, and I think especially when it comes to kids, like, I think there's a huge guilt factor, and it's like, if you're not doing this, that you're a bad parent or something like that, or your kid's gonna grow up and hate you or something like that. And I don't think that's gonna be the fact. Like, the fact that we make the most of every day with her. We treat every day like it's it's all of our days, and give her the attention that she needs. I think that's going to be the most important. She's not going to, like we said earlier, she's not going to look back and say, hey, you didn't throw me a birthday on my fourth birthday or whatever. It's more like she's going to remember that she was loved and that we were there for her, and that we celebrated in our own unique way, birthdays and achievements and all of those good things. So, like, I think what we're really just trying to say is, like, there's really no wrong way to do this. Like, if you want to throw the big parties and you like doing the planning, by all means, like, that is awesome, and we go to those parties, and it's not that we're not going to show up to them. But at the same time, like, if you feel like it's just like a complete hassle and why are you doing this? Like, if you're questioning yourself, then, it's okay. Like, you can try something different and do things that are against the grain, not, common, with what other people do or what you think you're expected to do. So, like, yeah, I'd say just give it a try.
Yeah. And I think just like life, if you're doing something and involving like planning a party and it feels like you're just going through the motions and you're just kind of, you're not there, it's just kind
Right.
of like really unfulfilling, then that's a great signal that, like, maybe I don't have to do this and I don't need to do it, and it's okay to like try something different. And the really fun part is that, like, I even asked Lucille, like, what do you want to do for your birthday? I think sometimes we think kids want parties.
Right,
But
right.
I asked Lucille, I was like, what do you want for your birthday? And she was like, I want to paint and draw. Dragons love tattoos. And I want to have cupcakes with icing. And I want to play outside. And I'm like, awesome.
We've already accomplished all that every day.
I think we overcomplicate and overexpect so much as parents. And we're just here to say, chill out, relax. They probably want 1/4 of what you're going for. But yeah, that's the cool thing. It's just literally asking her, like, what do you want? What do you want to do? And she's able to delegate that even at the age of 3. They know a lot. They know what they want at a very young age.
Yeah.
And since she's able to express it, it's like, yeah, I'm not going to go out of my way to like do all these things if that's not even what you want either. So I don't know. Just seems like a lot of wasted time and energy, especially for something that doesn't bring me joy. And Lucille's just like, yeah, that's not even really what I wanted anyway.
Yeah. No, like, she finds joy out of doing the artsy stuff. And, that's, I ask her that often, like, what do you want to do? She's like, well, I want to draw, I want to paint, you want to play with Play-Doh and play bakery and all that stuff. And it's just like, yes, let's use that imagination. Let's do that kind of stuff. So yeah, no, I'm glad that, we're able to have those conversations with her, and she's able to verbalize to us, like, hey, this is all I want. And I think that's what most people just really want is, just some time to do the things that they like to do.
Yeah. I mean, for Mother's Day weekend, I planned a girls' trip on Mother's Day weekend, and it didn't include you and Lucille.
No.
And I'm like, oh, hey, it's Mother's Day weekend. I planned this trip. Okay, cool. This is still awesome. So, yeah, I mean, I'm grateful that we kind of have an understanding of, I don't know, what our gifting looks like to each other and our celebration looks like to each other.
Yeah.
We communicate that and live it. And when it changes, we'll flow in that direction
Sure.
too. So we're flexible. But yeah, we're just here to say that you don't have to have the big party. You don't have to do all the things.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have all the gifts if you don't want to.
That's right.
You know? Try something new.
That's right.
And if you have any cool ideas, give them to us too, because we're always open for fun adventures.
Definitely share any ideas or anything that you all do to celebrate that's against the grain. You can share that at simplified.chaos on Instagram. Anything else there, Jilly?
Good plug in, Nick.
I know, you have to. I've learned that you have to plug in every now and then. It only took 160 episodes.
I know, we're really horrible for asking for reviews too. Yeah, leave a review for the podcast. If you don't, it's cool.
Yeah, I usually say it at the end, but usually most people have tuned out at that point. They're like, oh, there goes Nick doing his little end thing again.
We're horrible hosts. Oh.
It's all good. Anything else there, Jilly?
No.
All right. You got any resources for our listeners today?
I do.
What you got?
I found a cool blog post that is titled Fun Ways to Celebrate Your Kid's Birthday Without a Party.
Love it already.
A recent survey found that families can spend upwards of $30,000 on their kids' birthday party celebrations between the 1st and 21st birthdays.
Holy shit.
Throwing a birthday party can be a major source of stress and a major drain on the bank account for parents. You can still make your child's birthday a memorable celebration without throwing a party. And here are some really cool ideas. Camping, a day trip, bowling, let your kid decide, sleepover, movie night, mini play date, fly somewhere for the weekend, host a family dinner, amusement park, skating rink, spa day. I'm just laughing, like picturing Lucille getting a pedicure.
That could absolutely happen.
I know.
She would love it.
I know. Or a sporting adventure. And I mean, like, these are just great. And this reminds me of, like, it would be kind of cool to make, like, a little, I don't know, poster or put on a piece of paper with, like, a little drawing next to all of them. Or even with Lucille, let's brainstorm all the different activities we could do for your birthday or how you want to celebrate. And keeping that somewhere for, you know, she's like, hey, I want to celebrate A, B, and C today. Cool, let's look at our little list and brainstorm a really fun way you want to celebrate. So I think it's kind of awesome to kind of show Lucille all of the ways that we can celebrate as often as we want, as many times a day as we want. If we find the occasion, like, yeah, let's do it. So now it makes me want to make like a little poster for her. Like, how do we want to celebrate today? And like just kind of brainstorm all the different ways. And it could be a really fun, like little bucket list too.
Absolutely. Yeah. She likes those little kind of cards and projects where she can like plan out her day and stuff like that. So that would be fun for her.
Yeah.
Good call, Jilly.
Well, I didn't think of that until just now. So
I know. I saw the light bulb go literally off above your head.
Yeah.
Awesome. How about the quote of the day then?
I kept it short and simple.
Okay.
If you don't love it, leave it.
Ooh.
So if you don't like planning parties, leave it alone.
Love it or list it.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
Man, their dynamic, their relationship, so believable.
So believable. It's all fake though.
It probably is.
Spoiler alert. All right, Jilly, and the Take Action Challenge for today is?
Celebrate how you want.
That's right. All right, folks. Well, that's going to do it for our first episode of the Against the Grain series. If you like this episode, please do us a favor and help us spread the message. You can do this by writing a review or simply by sharing this episode with a friend. And remember, sharing sparks a conversation, conversation leads to action, and action is how we're able to live a happy and intentional as hell lifestyle. We want to thank you all for listening today, and we will see you again next week.
See y'all later.